Adrian Rogers' book of Adrianisms, as well as David Jeremiah's A Closer Walk with Jesus. In today's reading, we have the idea of pursuing happiness. The Apostle Paul talks about this in Philippians 4:11. He says, "Now that I speak in regard to need, for I have learned that no matter what state I am in, I've learned to be content. Now, all men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." I think a lot of Americans get that last one a little bit confused. They almost look at liberty as a preference as well as happiness being a guarantee, not a pursuit. It is a pursuit. And these famous words from the American Declaration of Independence have been criticized by some who say Americans believe it is their very right to be happy at all times or at will. And in modern terms, happiness usually refers to laughter, an emotional response to life's circumstances. It is worth noting, though, that there's no reference in the four Gospels as to Jesus laughing, though undoubtedly he did what was appropriate. Far more prevalent in Scripture is the notion that joy and the idea of contentment is the idea of finding joy in the will of God no matter the circumstance. Now, no fool who's going through suffering or trial or hardship says, "Oh, great." No, nobody does that. Jesus didn't laugh in the Garden of Gethsemane as he contemplated his future death, but he was able to be content with God's will for him at that moment. Sometimes we want to be on the other side before we go through. Finding true joy and contentment in the person of Christ, and not in the things of this world that are temporal and racing fast. Well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope that we'll see you back soon. Bless. Thanks for